episode 5 of Parallel to Diamond, and today we have an exciting game for you on one of my favorite champs. And honestly, I this game, it was a very emotional roller coaster. It went back and forth, and I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy this game because I was the face of the entire game. I honestly have done so many hero plays in this game and so many odd plays at the same time. Of course, how can we not have those? Uh, I've done all of those to just make sure this game is filled with everything. And honestly, this is just an amazing game. And Sett honestly is also one of my favorite champions. So me getting a game like that to upload here today is honestly makes this video even 10 times better. So yeah, let's just jump into the builds and runes, see what we have here. And for now, the build path for Sett. For this game, I ran Divine Thunder. Divine Thunder is standard item at this point. Like, I'm starting to adapt to the newer items much more easily, and honestly, I like Divine Thunder a lot. Like, it's a good item. I like this item a lot, and right now I can see a few champions that I like to play, relate to it, and adjust to this item very well. And so Divine Thunder first, it's a instant rush. Second item, you can either go Blade of the Ruined King, depending on how much you're snowballing, or you can stick with Steric's Gauge. Now, Steric's Gauge is honestly one of my personal recommendations because early game Sett is not the tankiest of heroes, and you need that little bit of a defensive stat pad because the way you play Sett is that you need to jump into the enemy team 1v5 head like a headless chicken, and then the Divine Thunder and Steric's Gauge provide you the right defensive stats to go in fearlessly and have a chance of coming out alive. But if you feel like you can take down a lot of people and you're just in that zone where you're just killing everyone, then sure, take Blade of the Ruined King second. Third item, again, like I said, it could be either Blade or Steric's. So yeah, I don't need to go for any further. Fourth item, I go into, now this is also situational. Now this is like, if you feel like the enemy team can burst you down despite your tanky stats and everything, then you take Guardian Angel. Otherwise, you can take Cerela's Grudge. Now, why Grudge? Why do I say Grudge? Because Grudge, I think it helps you run down champions much easily, and like you become even bigger problem for the enemy team because you would be attacking multiple members and the slow would be affecting so many people that you just become the biggest nuisance for the enemy team and they can't run away from you. It helps you gap close and get the kills much more convincingly without having to chase the enemy team for a longer period of time. And yeah, I don't have to explain any further. Yeah, this is the build path. Yeah, let me swap here because this is the way I went in the game. So on to the runes. Now this is the fun part. I ran all the new runes once again. I decided to go with Kraken Slayer as my keystone rune because I felt like because it helps, it kind of relates to Sett's kit very well. Like it says, you gain attacks when you hitting a champion's attack. When reaching 3 stacks, deal bonus and true damage on that attack. So yeah, that literally like helps and complements the kit of Sett so well. And so along with that, this was Giant Slayer. I think I picked Brutal, but then I switched to Giant Slayer at the last second. Because I think I did it because of the matchup I was against, but yeah, like Giant Slayer is also fine, but you can go like 3 ways in here. You can take Giant Slayer, you can take Brutal, and you can take Triumph, depending on what you need. What situation are you in the lane and the game, like what's the game plan. I took Giant Slayer because the composition I played the game against today required me to take this rune. And now the Resolve rune, I decided to take Ultimate Shield because it honestly, like I feel like it helps me with have a safer engage when it says that you gain a shield after casting your ultimate for 3 seconds. So yeah, like this also completely perfect with Sett. You engage as Sett into so many targets. The shield is just too big for the enemy team to take you down so easily. It just provides you a bit more room to have a survivability. And yeah, the last item the last rune, Demolish. If you guys saw my Jax video, Demolish is the king. Demolish is the best rune in this game. You cannot deny that. This rune is so OP, and I abused it so much in this game as well. So yeah, that's it for the runes. Now for the summer spells, I don't really need to go in depth. It depends what you need. You can take barrier, go ignite or exhaust, whatever suits you. Ghost I wouldn't suggest. Ghost is like the least preferable rune I would say of the three of the four. Uh, so yeah. With that being said, let's get into the gameplay. And welcome everyone to the gameplay. Now, looking at the team comps, we have a Sett top, Pantheon jungle, Morgana mid, Lulu MF bot lane. Meanwhile, on the enemy side, we have a Garen top, a Vi jungle, Veigar mid, and a Varus Galio bot lane. So, lot of hefty targets on the enemy team. Like they have a lot of scaling. Like it's a very scaling comp on the enemy team. Meanwhile, in our team, it's a mix of scaling and early game where you have like MF and Pantheon who are like the very abusive champions in early game. They are so annoying to play against in the early game. Meanwhile, you have a Morgana and Lulu is just I don't know what to call her. She's not really scaling or something. She's just consistent. So anyhow, oh my god, I almost died there. So yeah, our composition compared to theirs is not the best. I would say like they have a way better comp on the enemy team, but we sort of broke their comp. We like divided it into pieces. We just forced them to not play their comp to its fullest. And right now you can see in the lane phase, as compared to my other games, you would expect me to win more the lane right now. Like if you watch my other videos, I usually win lane. But here I had a very rough time in the early game with the Garen because it caught me off guard. Again, I was adjusting to the newer runes. I used the face breaker and Garen almost gets away and I flash over to get the first blood. Psych, I am again winning in lane. Oh my god, yeah. Once again, I get the first blood, but don't be deceived by it. Don't expect this to be a clean win, bro. This game went on for ages. Like, holy moly. This was a very, very close game. So yeah, I get first blood. I take the honey fruit from the Garen and I back away. Meanwhile, my Pantheon does another gank mid, and they try to chase the Veigar, and Veigar just gets the kill on the Pantheon. The Pantheon overextended and gave away the kill. Not the best start for the Pantheon because he didn't get the kill here, and he got killed over here. Meanwhile, Vi is just farming. On the other side, our Lulu also dropped. So yeah. Enemy team now at a sizable lead. I am back in lane. I'm just farming. I missed my CS. You guys are gonna see a lot of missing minions from my side because again I don't know why I was not focused. I guess I was just being sleepy or something. So yeah. I'm just punishing the Garen. I'm just like ignoring the Garen. Like let him do what he's doing. And MF got executed. Randomly got executed. Okay. Meanwhile, I engage on the Garen. I push him back, and Garen gets behind me, which is the bad thing on his end because I shove him into the turret. He uses the ultimate. I use the barrier, and the ultimate shield. I forgot why I shouldn't have used the barrier there because I got a shield anyway from the rune, the whatever ultimate shield rune. I think that's what it is, and the resolve tree. Yeah. So I completely outplayed the Garen. The Garen actually shot himself in the foot the moment he got. Got behind me. I just punished him so hard. So now you're just gonna see me resolve. Look at this. I'm just cracking down the first plate so quickly. 3 minutes in, and the first plate's gone. Once again, this demolished rune is so OP, and yeah, I just recall safely. And now my team at this point, they're just trying to trail back in. I got a sizable goal back, so the goal difference is still best. Oh yes, over here. Vi decides to look for an invade. She doesn't know I'm also here. She engages on my Pantheon. My Pantheon is getting very low. Garen tries to jump on him. Garen just uses ultimate, so I know he cannot execute the Pantheon. I just go in aggressively, and I'm just lining them up for the Pantheon to get the kill, but they run out of way. I flash onto the Vi. I get the kill on the Vi. I jump onto the Garen, but the Veigar shows up. I expect my Pantheon to follow up, but the burst from the Veigar is so much that I could not use any of my abilities before getting taken down. So yeah, I have 3 kills. I just gave away another bounty to the Veigar, and Pantheon tries his best to hold on this mid turret push. But Morgana comes from top lane, and she roamed up top when this play was happening. She came back down, and yeah, she didn't get anything for it. So first dragon's up. It's Infernal. I decide to go back in lane, and as I said in my previous videos, I never come for the first Drake, and I said, what the heck? Oh yeah. So sorry for that. There was a little bit of technical difficulty. Yeah. So you guys did not miss anything. I got my turret. I did the first turret. So I was explaining this play. I did this because again, the enemy team has a way better team fighting comp, and I knew that we could never get this objective cleanly at the first position because my bot lane was already behind in game, so I didn't expect them to do much. And look, everyone's almost dead. I show up very late, but I know I can do stuff right now. I have a lot of gold on my shoulders, and I have a lot of like XP and stuff. I can make a play happen here. I'm looking for the right time to go in. I used my ultimate, and unfortunately I missed the Garen on the edge. I get the kill on the Galio. I try to get another kill, and again the Veigar shuts me down with his ultimate, but the Pantheon just shows up, and he's gonna immediately jump onto the Varus, and the Varus gets taken down easily. And now the Pantheon's not done yet. He flashes over the wall, and he uses his Q, and he chunks the Galio effectively. He completely gets behind him, making sure he does not escape. Galio uses flash, he goes in, and MF takes the kill. Meanwhile, Lulu goes down to mid and hold on this mid wave and make sure the Veigar does not get to push. I mean, on the other side, I decide to come here and set up for the Herald because I expect the enemy team to roam around this objective because like the way they did around Infernal Dragon, I expect them to do the same here. I get the control ward from the Veigar, and Veigar does not chunk me for once. I see the Garen and I immediately jump onto him. I'm like, get over here. I see the Vi jumps onto my Morgana, and Morgana gets one shot with the Veigar. I back away, I take the honey fruit, and I immediately go back to fight on this Herald. I see my Pantheons with me. I just know that I go again on the ultimate. I focus the Vi, and Garen uses ultimate on me. Veigar shows up. I use the face breaker. I chunk the Garen. I immediately turn back onto the Herald. I just wanted the Herald. I didn't want them to have the Herald. I get the Herald. I chunk the Garen completely, and Garen's down. Suddenly this play has flipped on its head. Me and Pantheon just 3v2'd them, and yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. I really did not. And again, I throw down the Herald. My teammates get the kill on the Galio here. The Herald pushes up mid. I'm just focusing the turret. I'm trying to get the Garen as well along the way, but Garen backs away because he knows my teammates are there. He cannot win this. So we try to get in the push with the Herald, but Vi just swipes away, and I just decide to back off. Yeah. So within the first 8 minutes, you guys can see this game is going to be very close. It's a very hectic game. It's not easy. And right now, the composition the enemy team has, the two hyper carries they have, the Varus and the Veigar, having to give them in the Infernal Drake. Oh no, that's not good. That's not a good sign. Because eventually our MF and Pantheon will fall off completely. So it's all up to me, and I guess Morgana will take this game in our hands. But Morgana is slacking a little bit. Another fight breaks down over here on the top side. I decide to roam up mid. I see that there are no wards here. Okay, there is a ward here, and Veigar did not. Wait, there was a control ward, and Veigar did not. Anyhow, I escape his ultimate. I escaped his cage. I tanked his ultimate, and I get the solo kill on the Veigar. Veigar gets one shot by me. Easiest kill of my life. Garen engages on me. He will use his ultimate, and look, my shield comes up in the right time, and honestly, it's a heartbreaker for the Garen. The Garen thought he had the kill on me, but that did not work out. Meanwhile, Garen decides to roam up top. I'm pinging my team, get away, get away. There's a Garen coming in. The MF is just out of position, and she will get caught out for it. Not the best play from the MF, and yeah, MF gets punished for it. I immediately decide to go back to mid because I know this mid turret is so much important, and we need to keep this mid control going. We need to make sure the mid lane stays in our favor. I could have roamed up top and maybe tried to clean up these 2 kills, but I knew that I wouldn't get there in time, and my teammates were already aggressing, so they were forcing the enemy team back anyway. So yeah, and Ocean Drake is coming up next. Now another fight will break out here. I don't remember what happened here because my mind's a bit fuzzy because of the end game scenarios. The end games in this game, the late game was so much tensed out, and I was like keeping my hands on my head while like playing as well. Like my hand was going all over the place. I'm like, what is going on in this game? My team Pantheon goes in very aggressively, even though he just saw that I recalled, and he should not have done that. M gets a good ultimate off. She takes down the Y. Y is off the board. I immediately come here, and I'm looking for a way to get into this fight, and I'm just not finding my way. Everyone's getting out of my range. It was so tilting here. Look, again, Varus is out of my range. I see the Veigar is moving up. I try to get to the Veigar. Veigar cages me. I'm trying to look for an entry point. Veigar one-shots my MF. And I'm still looking for my way, and again I missed my face breaker, and oh my god, I'm trying to get anyone at this point. I use the Garen as a meat shield. I missed my ultimate completely, but I somehow position everyone into the right place, and Pantheon just cleans up on the Garen and takes down the Varus. I don't expect him to go on this, and he decides to jump onto the Galio as well, and he over aggresses and gets a triple kill. Y jumps on him. I'm like, okay, now I need to show up because I need this guy on the Drake. I do need him a lot on the Dragon, and yeah, so I completely help him here, and we get the kill on the Y. The Veigar is still around. Now at this point, I'm expecting, okay, we can still do this Drake. Like, we have the jungler, and Lulu. Yeah, I wanted to see why did Lulu get killed here? How did she die here? And now I see them, like, okay, we have a clown on our team. Okay. Anyhow, oh, and this happened here. Veigar just pops my Pantheon like a biscuit. Morgana used her shield on me. I think she should have done it on the on the Pantheon, but I don't think it would have worked because it only blocks CC, does not block damage, and she one-shots the Varus, who flashes over the wall to get the kill on me, and the enemy team gets another Drake in their favor. The enemy team is ahead now, like they're ahead of this game. They have 2 of the best Drakes in the game. They have Ocean, they have Infernal, like these 2 are the best Drakes in the game. Honestly, I'm just like right now looking at this, am I just gonna get outscaled by this game? Like, I'm looking at my scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard. I have a score line of 5-3-5. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm having a decent game here. I cannot lose this. I would hate to upload a loss, and it's such a good game right now. I don't want to lose it. So, I'm a bit down, and my head's a bit ruffled. I'm like, what should I do? What should I do here? I'm gathering vision. I'm thinking of doing a play around this Y maybe, but I'm just like, let her push up, let her push down a little bit. I see that the enemy team is recalling in mid. I'm like, yeah, we cannot make a play there either. So I just stick around in this bush, and I start to move up. I take the long path over here, and yeah, the Y tries her best to escape, and she really juked me from nowhere. She jumped over the wall. The Galio uses ultimate, and she dashes over the wall again. I immediately focus on the Galio, and we try to chunk him down, and I jump onto the Veigar, and Veigar just one-shots me once again in mid-air, by the way. This happened in mid-air, and another play is happening around here, and you can see that the enemy team is trying to chase down my Morgana and Lulu, but Morgana is just loving it because look at her. Look, she's just dishing out damage. She is completely in control right now. She doesn't care. Like, sure, look at the damage. She's still going in. She one-shots the Vigar, shuts him down, gets the kill on him. So it's a double shutdown, trade for trade shutdowns, and Pantheon shows up luckily to take down this Garen, who, okay, finally, eventually died. And Y jumps onto my MF. I immediately get spawned in. I TP, or I bought the TP boots here. I did not buy Gargoyle inside. I bought the TP boots because I knew I needed to roam around and maybe perhaps split push if it was necessary. The Y once again is almost getting away. I use my ultimate to jump on her and I pull her back immediately. I get the crit shot on her. Not a crit, like I think the empowered auto attack on her, and I get the shutdown on the Y. So once again back online into the game. My Pantheon goes in aggressively on the Galio. The Galio is doing a lot of damage, but he knows that I am around, so he cannot get the kill on this Pantheon. So he has to back away. I shove the wave mid and I just back away. They're like, this is an pointless fight. We don't need it. So now I use Scribe's Boom very oddly. I pass my way here to the Varus, and the Varus gets the turret. He also does a cool position, one-shots my Pantheon, and honestly, my team got the kill anyway. Right now, I'm right now actually way worried. Right now, I'm super worried at this point. I'm like looking at the map, and I'm like, oh no, no. I'm pinging my team, bro. Anyone at this point, someone go check Baron because I don't see anyone on the enemy team here. Like, wait, let me check my right. Yeah, so I cannot see anything on the Baron. Okay, finally the Scribe's Boom gets used. We have no vision on this, and I see the Y, I see the Galio. I'm like, I know this is a 1v2, so I just position myself. The Y, I don't know, she was doing very odd plays this whole game. She uses her ultimate on the Lulu. The Galio jumps in with his ultimate. I immediately regrets it, flashes away. I flash over the Vigar case, thinking I can get a kill on him or something, but he also uses his flash and repositions himself safely. So I'm like looking at this like, oh, this is a very odd fight. This is not the right fight. We shouldn't be taking this as a choke point. Varus will come here at the end point, and Varus uses his ultimate on me. I use my ultimate to get the kill on the Galio, but unfortunately I get taken down as well. Overall, not the best fight from our side. And I'm just like, again, my hands are on my head. The Elder Dragon is spawning in a few seconds, and my death timer is way longer than that. So I'm like thinking, just stall it out, and my Pantheon decides to go in like this. And oh, he has a good try, but he did his best, and out of nowhere, my MF did the best play of her life. She flashed over the wall and takes down two of the carries of the enemy team and gets the double kill, and she honestly saved this whole play. And this is where I'm like, oh my god, okay, I take my breaths, I take a sigh of relief, like, yes, this is a way back. And I immediately ping my team, start setting up wards and stuff, and I see the Garen and Y jump in, and Y jumps onto my Lulu, tries her best to get the kill, and she flashes away and immediately just goes back onto the Drake. I use the Garen as the meat shield to RKO him onto the Y. I wish I locked my POV. Oh no, man, I cannot go back. Oh man. I used the Garen as my weapon on the Y. Y gets one shot. I did not have to use anything. I just jumped onto her and I perfectly positioned the Y. And oh my god, I just did the biggest hero play of my life. I saved that play so well, and we are back in the game at this point. I got the Elder Dragon for my team. This is single-handedly I brought them back into this game. Now I'm like, yep, this okay. We're just bound to win. The boost of confidence I had in this at this moment, I was like, yeah, I can do anything at this point, and just watch me now get humbled. You're about to watch me get humbled by two buff dudes. I'm thinking I'm the strongest person in the world. I just did the most badass play of my life. I'm king of the world. The Garen jumps on me. I know the Galio's around. I immediately start fighting them. Like, yep, keep going, keep going. I missed my ultimate completely. I missed the face breaker on the Garen. The Garen uses ultimate on me. I do my best to survive, and Galio just one-shots me. So overall, I get juggled around. The damage gets juggled around, and I get taken down very easily. Overall, not the best performance by me. Meanwhile, my Pantheon is once again catching out the Vi. Vi has accepted her death. Veigar does not expect the Pantheon to jump over his wall like that, and just Champion just is gonna pop the. Oh, never mind. Oh, it was actually the Morgana gets the kill. So wow. Okay, yeah, Veigar was a big problem in this game. Meanwhile, my MF is clearing the wave down board because of my dumb plays. She had to do it, and MF just uses her ult and just one shots the Galio. The Galio's down. So yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, what did I know? I'm still dead. Never mind. I immediately decide to TP up top. I see my Pantheon taking down the Varus. I am like, yep, this is another hero play that I'm gonna make. This TP play was a very smart play. I watched these two guys back away on this. Yep, they're not going in. I'm just looking. Watch me. I'm just the demolish rune. Completely one shots the turret. Pop them up like glue. I mean, not what? Pop them up like glue? No. Okay, not the best reference. Pop them up like a balloon. So yeah, I have opened up the base. I stole Elder. So, yeah, I'm gonna call that a steal. I stole the Elder because of a one hero play. I opened up the base for my team. Yeah, so I am in a prime position to be like, called the hero of this team. I'll be taking the full responsibility of setting these guys up for victory. And I know I had other damage dealers around me who were doing a good job, but MF messes up her ult positioning completely. I use my ultimate on the Garen. I try to get the kill on him. Garen flashes away. I get the kill on the Garen, and the Vi jumps on me and takes me down. And Pantheon jumps onto the Veigar and takes him down as well. No, wait, not the Veigar, the Galio. The Galio, sorry. Takes down the Galio. Meanwhile, yeah, it's like 2 for 2 on both sides. Varus is stuck between two people, and MF is doing her best to survive, and she gets the kill on the Varus, and Veigar one-shots her. And meanwhile, at this point, I'm like, yeah, they cannot do anything. The enemy team, the waves are too many on our side. Like, we can easily get this. Right now, we're in a prime position to win this. Lulu is just over here setting up vision, clearing out wards. Meanwhile, the 4 of us are dead. So I'm just thinking at this point, item-wise. I'm just thinking, like, what's the best item? Wait, yeah. I'm like, look at my items. What do I have? Yeah, I was actually gonna go, what do we say, Death Dance, but I'm like, no, switch it out. I'm gonna go for the Guardian Angel because the Guardian Angel was so much more necessary. I'm like thinking, okay, let's perhaps set up around Baron, but I'm like, before we do Baron, we need to get a pick or two, because in that Baron pit, we can get locked down completely, and we would get run down by that enemy team. Buy ultimate into Galio ultimate, bro, you don't want to do any objectives like that. Pantheon goes in once again and completely puts us in a back foot, and I'm like thinking, oh my god, what is going on? I use my ultimate on the Vi, but she blocks it away by the Edge of Night passive, and it just, yeah. Now we're on the back foot. Now once again, I'm like thinking, before this I was thinking, yeah, we're in a prime position to win, but I'm like, now the Baron is up for grabs. Like, Baron can be taken by the enemy team. I immediately recall, and I'm like thinking, yeah, I just need my health regen, and I'm thinking, I have my TP available. I can TP to somewhere. I know there's a way for me to TP. I'm like thinking about places where I can TP. I'm like thinking there's nothing up top, and yeah, the Veigar clears the wave. I'm thinking I should set up a split push and maybe perhaps TP to Baron when it's necessary. So I just, for now, I'm taking gold, and yeah, I am taking enough gold to go back and buy my guardian angel. I'm recalling to get the guardian angel. So I'm like, we are lucky the fact that the enemy team did not start the Baron, because I think they should have done it. They should have taken this opportunity and done something with it, but they did not, which again, I don't know why. If you take down the jungler in the late game, then you need to take the Baron. So yeah, I got my guardian angel. I flash over the wall and I try to. I'm like thinking, yep, this is my hero play. I go in once again. I'm between the two carries of the enemy team. I force the Zonius from the Varus. The Galio jumps onto me and I completely grab the two of them together, and once again I pop them up and Morgana gets the double. I immediately forced the recalls from the Garen and the Vi, and we pushed mid without the minion wave. I'm so tanky. I'm just pushing down the wave. I'm punching up the turret, and again another turret in our favor, and Y jumps again onto on our teammates, and we get another kill, and I completely jump onto the Garen. And look at me, I'm just tanking. I'm still tanking. I tanked all the way, and we close out the game for victory, start to finish. I've been the hero for this team, and honestly, this, I don't think we would have won this if it weren't for my plays, like the one around Elder, the one I did around top lane where I opened up the base, and this end, the final play that I forced in mid. I did everything I can to win, and yeah, that was the outcome of it. So yeah, we get around a lot of medals. I remember getting a lot of medals, and I got the MVP for this game as well. Uh, we finished with a score line of 8-7-14. We had around 16,000 gold. I was involved in 22 kills. Garen was involved in 9 kills. I dealt around 39,000 damage, which was more than the Morgana and their ADC and their jungler and their Baron laner. Oh my god, yeah. The only person who dealt more damage than me were no, not Vi, sorry, Vigar, Pantheon, and MF. Well, yeah, Pantheon is a damage dealer, so I expect him to deal damage. MF and Vigar are like AoE damage, so they will top the charts anyway. So, me playing a champion like Sett and getting this much damage output, I did very well. I tanked around 53,000 damage. Again, I was the meat shield for the team, and I think I did my job very effectively. So yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below if there are anything you want to, any free champions you want to see, any suggestions you guys have for the channel. With that being said, I'll be seeing you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.